Right, so another trailer reaction, and this one's a bit of a while because it was a while ago. It was back in E3 that this got announced, and this is for the Guardians of the Galaxy game.
Okay, I didn't know they were doing a game.
Yeah, they are.
I had no idea.
So background, there was an idea floated around that various sort of gaming companies could create something called the MGU, which is the Marvel gaming universe, which would be completely different to the MCU, and it would have its own stories and everything.
Right.
So they done Spiderman.
What is that, like the Morales game that they released? The Miles Morales game?
That was the second one. They did the first Spider-Man, which was a big success. They did Miles Morales, which was a big success. They did the Avengers, which was a big flop because everyone was like, give it a chance, it'll be nothing like the new Avengers. All the characters will be completely different. They weren't. They were exactly the same. They were exactly the same characters. You know, like they were just, there was nothing distinguishable between them and the MCU's version. Other than the voices were obviously not by the people who do them in the MCU, but the general characters were exactly the same. But I'm wondering if Guardians of the Galaxy is
could be the same.
Yeah, but it's weird. Have a guess how many players this is going to be.
One?
Why did you guess that?
I don't know.
A team of people.
I don't know. Is it going to be all of them? Can you?
No, it's one player. For a
Is
game
it?
where you're going to be, for a game where you're going to be like playing as a member of this big group, it's one player.
You'd think you'd be able to like have the amount of players per the amount of people in the
Well,
group.
they did 4 players for the Avengers, and it wasn't very popular.
Why?
Just because the game wasn't very good.
Yeah.
So we're gonna watch, see what we can see. Square Enix, it's the same people that did Avengers.
I am so proud of you.
That looks really nice.
Do you know what a birthright is, Peter? Something that's a part of you. Like your name.
Gardeners of the Galaxy?
What? No, Rocket. So I let Groot fill out the paperwork.
Copyrighted music.
So we got fined. We appear to...
Hoo hoo. Where's my mouse? Alright, so apparently you're playing as Quill.
What?
Apparently you're playing as Quill.
It's on. Although it could be used as a distraction.
Smash him up, Drax! Meet
Surely you'd be able to play as other characters. Okay.
Say. No, say. It's just exactly the same as the film, isn't it?
Because you hold the blue armor.
No, of course I will. I'll call you.
Say, that straight away makes me think.
Well, it's like the movies.
Yeah, it's literally just the movies. It's a shame because the Marvel characters are so interesting that they could have thousands of games where they're completely different, and instead they just choose to make them identifiable to the MCU, comparable to the MCU. Sorry, that they make them almost exactly the same. They all sound the same. They all talk the same.
Yeah.
It's like make the characters different. Just
This-
because
this-
Quill has a funky, slick back instead of having just normal scraggly hair, doesn't make him different. A hairdo isn't a personality.
Yeah. But like was the Spider-Man and Miles.
No,
Obviously.
That was what was so good about it.
Right.
That Spider-Man was completely different. It was his own. Well, it wasn't completely different. It still had aspects that were similar.
Yeah.
But
Well, they
it
have
was
to, surely.
He was a good character though,
Right. I mean,
and he was different to the
to the other ones we've
Yeah.
seen. Right.
It's just
I mean,
annoying.
you don't know. I think though, like, it might still be a good game. There might still be good features, but obviously, if what they're going for is originality, in terms of the characters, then
It's interesting that they go for a one-player game.
and only one character as well. That's a bit odd. That you could play like just as when there's a whole team of them like that. Sure, you would expect to be able to play as the different characters.
Although, I don't know. There might have been something similar to the fact that with the Avengers game, you had to play as a part of a foursome, so you would need friends to do it. Because it's not really as good if other people are around doing their own thing.
Yeah.
So if you had a group of, like, say 5, which is how many there are there, then that would be okay. But it's like, how often do you have a group of 5? that
Well, I
can
mean, then there should
continuously
be
play?
like a feature where you can choose either to play as a part of a team or play by yourself. It shouldn't just be you shouldn't just.
Yeah, but then that would take away the mistake of playing as, like, say, the Avengers or the Guardians.
I know. I just feel like you shouldn't be penalised. Like, if you want to play with a group of people, you should be able to play. But if you don't, then you can play it by yourself and not be affected by it.
It's a shame, like. I mean, I'll probably still play it, but
It might still be good.
that'd
The
be
game
good.
itself might be good.
I'll probably play it and whinge about it on here.
Yeah. But again, though, like you said, if what they're going for is to have different characters, I do agree that they do seem fairly similar to the movie characters.
Yeah. I wonder if anyone will pre-order it.
Oh, there must be some people that would pre-order it.
Square
Surely.
Enix have lost a lot of
Surely.
fans because of the crappiness of the Avengers.
Was the game not good, or was it just because they were the same characters that people didn't
It was
like
it was both. Like the gameplay was dead repetitive. The characters were essentially the same as the MCU. The bad guy wasn't all that great. The ending wasn't all that great.
Was that the one where you start off as Ms. Marvel?
Well, actually, you start off as the Avengers first, and then
Yeah, but then
you become Miss Marvel first.
because
yeah.
doesn't Captain America die? Right. Okay. Yeah. I didn't play it, but I know Dad played it a bit, didn't he?
Yeah, it was just a bit meh. I think this will probably be a bit meh as well.
You never know. It might be good. Might be surprised by it.
Who knows? We'll give it a look in though. I'll probably play it. I definitely need a new game to play. Although when's this coming out? October. Why is everything coming out in October? Every game's coming out in October. Do you know how inconvenient that is? God. Anyway. Let us know what you think down in the comments. Did you like the Avengers? Do you think an MGU would work? That's Marvel Gaming Universe. What else can I say? Do you think this game would suit better as a group game? Or do you know they actually made an episodic game for Guardians?
Did they?
Weird. That might be something that we can do. We can start playing some of the episodic games. And you can play them because they're not scary games. Which means that you can play them and I can just
I'll
watch.
still find a way to get scared by them, probably.
Literally all you have to do is press a button. That's it.
As someone who isn't a gamer, that
But
is
they're not
stressful.
scary games though. Anyway. Anything else you want to say? Oh, sorry. First like the video, then subscribe, then ding the bell to be notified when we upload. Anything else you want to say?
I thought it looked very pretty. I'm going to say something positive because it's on you ripped into it, even though it's not even out yet.
I know.
It looked very pretty and had very nice visuals.
This is going to be another one of the things where everyone says that I'm just negative all the time.
Yeah.
Thing is, I want to like things, but when I've gone through the history that I have of games and films and other forms of media, I know what to expect from things like
You've
this.
had your heart broken so many times.
Exactly.
I think the thing is, though, I do agree. If the people that have made it have come out and said these characters are completely different to the movie characters, and they aren't, then it's like, well, you have every right to be mad because that's not what you've promised to people, and that people are buying it on that assumption that it is going to be different.
Like literally down to a T. There's a thing where you can go in on the Avengers and you can see that Iron Man says "I am Iron Man," which was an MCU thing.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like,
So that's not.
yeah, it's the same. And you kind of go, wow, I don't like this.
It's like if people are spending money on the game, they want what.
Yeah.
They want what they're paying for to be worth it.
Originality.
So.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching.
I need to